We lived in a physical world, and then came the internet, and now we had online. So we keep on making that separation. There is online and there is offline. For Gen Z, this separation just does not exist. For them, there is one retail and one brand, and they access that brand through all the different touch points.
And what we are seeing with Gen Z is increased commitment to divert some of their purchases to small businesses in their local neighborhoods. They gravitate towards brands that have purpose and that stand for something. Think about this generation. They grew up seeing so many issues that have persisted for years. So they don't really have much trust in government, because they look at government and they look at previous generations and they say, why didn't we solve gender equality? Why we have racial injustice in this country? Why we have climate issues? These are not new issues. These are issues that persisted for years, and they look to brands to use their power and use their resources to help with some of these issues. It's not that every brand can do it, but everyone can contribute, especially for raising awareness.
What is it about this generation that you find so intriguing, and what are some of the defining features?
It's all going back to one key characteristics of Generation Z, which is authenticity. So Generation Z is all about be yourself. And I think this is one of the reasons that TikTok became so successful with this generation.
In the next part of this presentation, I will take you through 6 key characteristics that I believe are the core to who Gen Z is as consumer.
If you want to take a stance now, that's fine. But if you take a stance for the sake of taking stance, Gen Z is going to see through it, and it's not going to help you. In fact, it could backfire. So unless you do something that is completely aligned with your brand spirits, that it's completely in line with your brand values, that is authentic and believable, it's better not to do it. We are now moving into a truly multi-generational workforce. Every generation has their own views about what does it mean to be a good employee. And when you have these views that are contradicting each other, you could create some conflicts. And the conflict could arise from clashing in values and work style, but also from subconscious bias.
Yeah.
The older people think the younger people are too soft, they are not hardworking. The young people think the older are detached and disconnected. So I think one of the most important things that companies can do is think about how they create a more harmonious workplace. And there are some really good strategies that I'm talking about in the book on how to do that. In the past couple of years, what I see is that many Gen Z look at luxury as assets and investment. That's fascinating because they don't look at it anymore as a consumption. I just want to have a product and enjoy it or show it off or whatever relationship you have with the brand. It is more about, is this item has a long-term value? Now that we are going back to stores in a post-pandemic, what do you do in the stores is going to be so important, because frankly, if it's more fun to scroll through an Instagram feed, why would anyone go to a store? You have to make sure that your store can deliver that level of discovery, excitement that you get when you are on social media, the level of personalization that you get when you are online in a physical environment. And I think that's, easier said than done.